Well, a 29-year-old guy, Dane Gallion, he told officers that he took a gun to Regal Cinemas 14 in Renton, Washington, because he was, quote, concerned about the recent mass shootings in public places. Well, this statement, it's coming from the police report. Gallion allegedly shot the seat in front of him. Just want to cut to that. He was watching the movie 13 Hours. He was fumbling with his gun. He struck 40-year-old Michelle Mallory in the back of the shoulder, the bullet piercing the seat. He put the gun then in the movie trash can and then fled. His father, of course, turning him into law enforcement. Elliot, a few things about the story. So he drank a 22-ounce beer, so he was a little intoxicated before the movie. Okay. Concerned about all of the mass shootings.
Was that proven? He was intoxicated?
He admitted it. He did admit to it. He originally told police that somebody tried to grab his crotch, which is why his gun went off. Turned out not to be true. His father turns him into police. He flees. His critical mistake for me was dumping the gun in the trash can on his way out and fleeing like a gigantic baby instead of just, you know, making sure the woman was all right that he shot in the shoulder. What do you make of this?
Well, where to begin? I mean, in terms of someone bringing a hand, so he brought a handgun to the film because he was concerned.
It was going to get shot up because we've seen hyper-vigilant media covering these mass shootings at movie theaters, and I just can't imagine watching 13 Hours, which is a movie with a lot of gunfire, and being shot in the back by some asshole behind you.
Sitting behind you.
Right.
Again, these are the people that the Republican Party and the NRA go out of their way to defend because it's their constitutional right and they need these guns. And if there were any mass shootings, better believe it, you want me there, because if there was San Bernardino happened and I was there. San Bernardino happened with this guy. It'd have been carrying, it sounds like he'd been carrying under the table with everybody else, regardless of whether he was carrying a gun or not. So the argument starts to implode on itself and starts to crumble very, very, very quickly. I mean, the fact, it's just to add insult to injury. This is a guy, I mean, you know, taking a gun to a movie theater, there's just something wrong with that mentality. And then, you know, as I said, drinking a nice old can of beer, just to sort of, you know, get yourself ready. It just, I mean, that presumably that's
and eating a slice of pizza. So it's sort of clearly he was intoxicated. Look, the kicker for me for this story, another moviegoer had to apply pressure and towels on the woman's shoulder, who was rushed to the hospital. She was released. You know, his bail was set at $25,000. His attorney argued that it should be at $10,000. Look, he's an upstanding citizen. He has fears like everybody does. I was reading the rationale.
He just happened to flee the scene of the crime.
Taking a gun to a movie theater. I want to point out accidental shootings are at record highs this year. So 14 kids in the U.S. have been accidentally shot and killed since the beginning of the year, which coincides with the shooting. The shooting accidentally of children coincides with drunk driving hits
on children as well. We're talking about kids under the age of 15.
Correct.
Yeah. So we're up to accidental shootings are matching drunk driving deaths by drunk driving. That is a staggering statistic. Correct. We're 25 days into the year.
Well, 29-year-old accidentally shooting a woman in the back after fumbling with his gun, wasted at a movie theater. Hey, look, you know, his attorney saying, look, he's a fine citizen. He just made an accident, made a mistake, like everybody does, as my colleague points out. We have a major issue with accidental shootings in this country, particularly when it comes to children.